Yeah, you know how we do it. Only the best, yeah.
Welcome back to the Soft Life Table, where we talk about love, womanhood, standards, confidence, and the real situations women face in relationships. Today's episode is a little different. We received 2 relationship stories from women who are tired, confused, and asking for advice. And when I heard these stories, I said, at this point, do they need advice or do they need rescue? Because sometimes a woman asks, what should I do? But deep down, the situation has already answered the question. The first story is about a woman whose boyfriend used her, denied her in public, and then made her feel guilty for wanting to leave. And the second one, that one is about a man who kept comparing his girlfriend to other women until she started losing herself. So today, we are talking about disrespect, emotional manipulation, public embarrassment, comparison, and knowing when love has become pain. Okay, I'm going to read the first message. We'll keep her name private. Yes, her identity stays private, but the lesson is important. Let's hear it. Hi, ladies. I need advice because I feel confused, embarrassed, and tired. I have been dating my boyfriend for almost 2 years. In the beginning, he was sweet. He used to call me, check on me, and make me feel special. But after a few months, everything changed. That beginning is very common. He started asking me for money. At first, it was small things, food, gas, phone bill. Then it became rent, clothes, and money for his business. I helped him because I loved him and believed he was going through a hard time. Already I'm watching. She said, the problem is, whenever I need him emotionally, he is never there. If I complain, he says I talk too much. If I cry, he says I am dramatic. But when he needs money, he suddenly becomes sweet again. That sweetness has a purpose. That is emotional manipulation. He gives affection when he wants access to something. She said, last month, I found out he was talking to another girl. When I confronted him, he told me I was insecure and that men need female friends. But the messages were not friendly. Of course, he said insecure. That word comes out fast when someone gets caught. Calling someone insecure does not erase evidence. And it makes the woman start doubting what she saw with her own eyes. She said, the worst part happened 2 weeks ago. We went to his friend's birthday dinner. I paid for my own outfits, my hair, and even sent him money earlier that day because he said he was broke. She sent him money the same day? At the dinner, he barely spoke to me. He was laughing with another girl the whole night. When his friends asked if I was his girlfriend, he laughed and said, she is just someone close to me. No, that is wicked. That is public humiliation. She said, I went to the bathroom and cried. Later that night, I asked him why he said that. He told me I was overreacting and that I should stop acting like a wife when he has not married me. After taking boyfriend benefits, wife support, emotional support, and financial support, he used her devotion, then mocked her for giving it. She ended the message by saying, I know this sounds bad, but I love him. He says he is stressed and that I should be patient. He also said if I leave now, it means I never truly loved him. What should I do? Amara. She already knows what to do. She is looking for strength to do it. That part made me sad. You can hear that she is tired. Tired, embarrassed, used, manipulated, and still feeling guilty. And guilt is one of the ways people stay longer than they should. The first thing I want to say is this. Love should not feel like begging for basic respect. She is not asking for luxury. She is asking to be acknowledged. Exactly. Call me your girlfriend if I am your girlfriend. That is not too much. When a man enjoys the benefits of being with you, but refuses the responsibility of claiming you, that is a warning. Because he wants access without accountability. He wants the money, the care, the loyalty, the support, the girlfriend treatment, but when people ask, suddenly she is someone close. That is not confusion, that is disrespect. Let's talk about the money. Because this one is important. Very important. She is paying for herself, supporting him, sending him money, helping his bills, helping his business, and still being disrespected. Helping someone you love is not wrong. But helping someone who uses you, disrespects you, and gives nothing back emotionally can break you. Especially when you keep giving because you hope they will finally value you. Some women give more when they feel less loved, hoping the giving will make the man see their worth. But a user does not respect you more because you gave more. A user just learns how much they can take. That is painful but true. So if we are answering her directly, what should she do? Leave. Leave, but do it with wisdom. Not dangerously, not emotionally, not with too much back and forth. She should stop sending money immediately. She should stop trying to prove love through sacrifice. She should create distance and end the relationship clearly. And no long debate. A person who has manipulated you for a long time may try to confuse you again when you finally decide to leave. So she needs support, a trusted friend, sister, family member, someone safe. And if there is any fear of anger, violence, stalking, or retaliation, she should not meet him alone. Safety comes first. That first story is already heavy. The second one is different, but still painful. Different situation, same issue. A woman slowly losing herself because of how a man treats her. Read it. Okay, this one says, "Hi ladies. I have been with my boyfriend for 1 year and 4 months. He is not cheating as far as I know, and he is not asking me for money, but he makes me feel like I am never enough." That is already painful. He always comments on how other women look. If we are watching TV, he will say, "See how fit she is." If we are outside, he will say, "I like women who dress like that." If I wear makeup, he says I am doing too much. If I don't wear makeup, he says I look tired. So she can't win. She said, "He keeps telling me I should go to the gym. I am not against fitness, but the way he says it makes me feel ugly. He sends me pictures of women and says, 'This style would look good on you, but the women look nothing like me.'" That is comparison disguised as advice. She said, "The other day he told me his ex always knew how to dress. He said she had that expensive look without trying. I asked him why he was comparing me to his ex, and he said I was being sensitive." There it is again, sensitive. A lot of people use "you're sensitive" when they don't want to take responsibility for being hurtful. She said, "Now I feel anxious every time I am going to see him. I change outfits many times. I check my stomach in the mirror. I spend money I don't have on hair, nails, lashes, and clothes because I don't want him to look at other women and compare me." That is sad. She ended by saying, "I love him, and sometimes he can be nice. But I don't feel beautiful anymore. What should I do?" This is emotional erosion. Emotional erosion? Yes. It is when someone does not break you all at once. They chip away at your confidence little by little until you no longer recognize yourself. That is exactly what it sounds like. He may not be asking her for money. He may not be cheating openly, but he is making her feel like she is constantly auditioning to be enough. And that can damage a woman badly, because now she is not dressing for herself anymore. She is dressing out of fear. And beauty from fear is not confidence, it is pressure. Let me say this clearly. A man who loves you should not use other women as a measuring stick against you, especially his ex. Especially his ex. Why is your ex inside our relationship as a fashion consultant? A partner can encourage you kindly. There is nothing wrong with saying, "Let's be healthier," or "This style would look beautiful on you." But the tone matters, the pattern matters. Because encouragement makes you feel supported, comparison makes you feel inadequate. Exactly. If his comments leave her anxious, insecure, and financially stressed, then it is not loving correction. It is control with compliments hiding inside it. The part that hurt me is when she said, "I don't feel beautiful anymore." That is a serious statement. Because when someone starts making you question your face, your body, your style, your worth, your whole confidence, you have to step back. Love should not make you hate yourself. And it should not make you scared to show up as yourself. If every time you are going to see him, you are panicking about your outfit, your stomach, your hair, your makeup, your body, that is not excitement, that is anxiety. And anxiety is not butterflies. That line is important. So what should she do? She should have one honest conversation with him, not begging, not crying to be understood, but clearly. And she should watch his response. She can say, "When you compare me to other women or comment on my body and appearance in that way, it makes me feel criticized instead of loved. I need that to stop." That is fair. If he listens, apologizes, and changes, then there may be room to rebuild. But if he mocks her, calls her sensitive again, or keeps doing it, she should leave. Because a man who knows he is damaging your confidence and continues doing it is not safe. And she needs to rebuild her relationship with herself. Yes, she should return to her own style, her own pace, her own body, her own beauty. There is a difference between advice and criticism. How would you explain it? Advice has care inside it. Criticism has superiority inside it. That is well said. Advice says, "I want you to feel good." Criticism says, "You are not enough." Advice makes you feel supported. Criticism makes you feel small. And constant criticism can start sounding like truth if you hear it long enough. That is why women must protect their self-image. Do not keep giving emotional access to someone who makes you feel ugly, foolish, unwanted, or replaceable. Love should correct gently. It should not crush you. Both stories are different, but they have one thing in common. Both women are losing peace. One is losing money and dignity. The other is losing confidence and self-worth. And that is why relationships must be judged by how they affect your spirit, not only by how much you love the person. Because you can love someone and still be suffering. You can love someone and still need to leave. Love is not enough when respect, safety, peace, and care are missing. And if being with someone makes you disappear from yourself, that relationship is costing too much. Let's give final advice to both women. My advice is, please listen to how your body feels in a relationship. If you are always anxious, crying, overthinking, or trying to prove you are enough, something is wrong. Love should not make you feel invisible or ugly. My advice is stop explaining your value to people who benefit from pretending not to see it. If he denies you, uses you, compares you, or makes you feel small, you do not need to keep auditioning. Leave the stage. My advice is this: a healthy relationship should add peace, not confusion. It should add confidence, not insecurity. It should add support, not shame. If love is costing you your dignity, your self-worth, your money, and your peace, then it is no longer love you are protecting. It is pain you are managing. That is powerful. Pain you are managing. That is exactly what many women are doing. Now, we want to hear from you. If your friend sent you these stories, what advice would you give her? Would you tell the first woman to leave immediately? And would you give the second man a chance to change? Or would you tell her to walk away too? Also, have you ever stayed too long because you love someone's potential more than their reality? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your honesty may help another woman. Thank you for joining us on the Soft Life Table. If this episode touched you, send it to a woman who needs a reminder that love should not humiliate her. And if you are in a relationship where you feel unsafe, unsupported, constantly criticized, or disrespected, please talk to someone you trust and protect yourself. Until next time, remember, the right love will not make you beg for respect, and it will not make you hate yourself. Beautifully said. Absolutely.